There's no promise you can make that I can trust.
Hello. So we want to look at Untarnished UI. This is the Devil's Edit. I thought this would be interesting. Now, as you can tell, I've already downloaded it, and I did a reset, and I have it activated. So you're going to notice the fonts in my game are different. They've been changed by this mod. So this mod is less than 4 megabytes. We're going to say it's 4 megabytes because that's what I do. But you'll notice all the fonts here have changed. Now the problem with that is that all these fonts, all this is smaller. Not hugely smaller, but a little smaller. And for an old dude, I noticed that. I'm just saying. But we're going to hop into the game. We're going to take a look at how this UI appears. This is a mashup of some other things. It includes some things, I think, from HUD and different stuff from what I read here. So we're going to hop in and see what it looks like and see what we think of it. It does include Oblivion icons and pastel map markers. You might remember I've used HUD in the past, and I really liked it. So let's see what this looks like. This is from Devil's Play 77. This is a mashup, so they're porting a kind of a bundle of mods here, okay? Alright, I wanted you to see that this also affects your main menu. You'll notice the font here is changed on the press any button. And when I press a button, it's going to do its quick load, but you'll notice the font all over the screen is different. It's using the new font. You'll notice here under load, you'll notice that all the fonts are still different here. Everything is a little smaller, and you'll notice a difference here even in your load screen, okay? I was going to skip by all this, and then I noticed that it affects all of this, so just wanted you to see that, okay? Alright. And if you get an error message, like let's say if I try to load up an old game. There we go. If we get an error message like this, you'll notice it's different. The screen has changed. This is different than what we used to see. So I want you to see this in case you run across this. I'm going to go ahead and load that game. But the font and the UI has been significantly changed. So, more than I expected. Now you'll notice her bar at the top. And you'll notice you have a single dot instead of a crosshair. Let's see, can we pull weapon? Let's go first person for a second. This is a cleaner look. What if we sneak? Oh, I like that. The old HUD used to give me the sneak bar down at the bottom. I like the fact that the dot just becomes the little sneak bar. Okay, that's great. So that looks okay. Let's go out and get into a fight or do something, okay? Be back in a minute. Alright, so before we actually go get in a fight, I need to go over some things here. If you look at the menu here, everything is different. You'll notice all of that is different. It's all been changed to the new font. Not complaining about that, I'm just saying it is different. If we look at the mods, we're probably going to see something a little different. Pardon this load, it's going to take a second. Alright, so it's loaded up. You can see the font is different for everything. Not any huge change, but the font is different and it's somewhat smaller. I don't know if I would have made everything smaller, but that's a choice. Anyway, I kind of like this overall. Let's take a look at some other things. Let's see, does this give us... That's a little different. You get the little hand for the teleport. Do we get a hand? We get a hand on the button. That's cool. I'm going to check a few more buttons. Yeah. Get a hand. How about the chest? Oh, trash bin. Okay. Or all the containers are this way. So you can open your containers. You'll notice your inventory uses the different fonts, and some of the UI there has been changed a little bit. Now, when you hit B to bring up like the map and all that, there's the map. And you can see the map here has the Oblivion markers, the pastel markers. I think they're cool. I have used this in the past, or something very similar. So let's go from the map. Let's go. There's magic. That's your inventory, and that's your skills, right? So let's go over to our inventory. And yeah, the whole UI here is basically a little different. Now, all this difference is not that big a deal. I mean, you're still seeing the same information presented in basically the same way. So I'm not seeing a huge deal here. The font is a little different. Is it a little better? Not necessarily, but it's different. And that in itself, I think after 11 years of playing, or is it 12 years now? After all these years of playing this game, just a different font makes it look fresh, right? I mean, just like, oh, well, that's kind of nice. So, does it help you read any of that? No, because it's really a smaller font. So, but it looks good. So I don't have any problems with it. Just showing you some of this. I think all of this is basically the same. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's move on from this. Let's see. We looked at storage containers and buttons. I'm trying to think of what else we might see. Let's go back here for a minute. Let's do a zoom in on a weapon. Basically the same. Okay. I'm just trying to think of things that might have changed. We have a ritual stone. Notice how you get the little hand. Get the little hand. That's the interaction as you get the little hand. It's like, yes, you can interact with this. It's your hand. The little hand. The bed gives you the little moon. And the workbench gets the hand. Okay, I'm alright with those little changes. Let's see. So that's all the containers. Let's go interact with some NPCs and maybe do some fighting and that kind of thing. Now we'll hop into the game. Alright, so one thing I want to show you on the map is when you decide to fast travel. Let's say we're going to go to the Riften Stables. This is your little window. It's not hugely different, but it's different. I think it looks a little better in a lot of ways, and I like the little red markers indicating what you've highlighted. So I think that's good. So I just wanted to show you that. Alright. Now notice your HUD is kind of clean like this. It's kind of nice. Let's talk to Maul.
I don't know you. You and Riften looking for trouble?
Yeah, I'm looking for... Oh, so here's your interaction. It's just going to be a list over here. It's not going to be the usual thing. Hey, I'm not scared of you, buddy.
That's the wrong answer. Last thing the Blackbriars need around here is some troublemaker trying to steal a piece of the action.
Troublemaker.
The Blackbriars have Riften in their pocket and the Thieves Guild watching their back, so keep your nose out of their business. No. Me? I'm Maul. I watch the streets for them. If you need dirt on anything, I'm your guy. But it'll cost you.
Uh-huh, let's see.
Then we're speaking the same language. Good. So what do you want to know?
Alright. Tell me about Thieves Guild.
You kidding? My brother Dirge works in their hideout.
There we go.
I used to run with them myself.
So that gives you the NPC interaction. You're going to get a list over on the left-hand side instead of the usual little, what do you call it, the little radial. No, it's not a radial dial in this. What is it in this? In this, it's usually a little list down below that you kind of scroll through. So, I think this is different. Is it really a lot better? I don't know.
Be seeing you around.
We'll try it for a little while and see what we think. Oh, okay, there's the interaction. You see the little speech bubble. Like, talk to him.
Huh? What do you
What
want?
kind of trouble are you in,
I owe a
dude?
great deal of money to someone, and I think they cheated me.
Aw,
I don't know what to do.
tell me the
I
details.
was
There
able
we
to work out
go.
a deal with the stables in Whiterun to sell me some of their tack and harnesses. I borrowed some gold from Sapphire to pay for the shipment, but it got robbed before it even arrived. Now Sapphire wants her money back, and if I don't pay her, I think she's going to kill me.
She is going to kill you, and you deserve it. I'm going to say sorry. I wish I could help you. No, I'll be nice.
You will? Oh, thank you.
You deserve it because you were a
Be
doofus.
careful with
Okay.
Sapphire. She mixes
All right. So that's enough of the interaction. That gives you that. Let's hop out and go find some combat. I want to see how that changes the HUD. All right. So I want to show you a couple of things. I have a few red dots. Oh, they just disappeared off my bar. We'll show you that again in a minute. So I want to show you the weight. When you hit weight, this has changed pretty significantly, but it still functions the same. It just looks different. So if we go forward, I'm going to go forward to like about 8 a.m. So it looks different, but it still functions very much the same. Now let's see, does she have her... Hold on a second. I need to know if she can survive a fight or not, because I don't know if she is ready for a fight. Okay, we're going to do a save, because I don't have that on. And let's see what happens. It'll be funny. We'll just do a quick save. Okay. Now we're going to go start a fight with these bandits. Oh, is that a dragon? We might have a fight with a dragon. But I was really just looking for these bandits down here. So let's head down here and go see them. See my stamina bar when it's all up on the left corner there? Let's see. Let's do some magic for a second. Wait, do I have flames? I don't have flames. Come on, man. Give me some magic. Hold on. Okay. Let's see. There's the mana bar. You see that? Or the whatever they call it in this game, magic. I always call it mana. There you go. Now the health bar. We need to go up here and get... Oh, do you see that? That must be the weapon charge bar. The little white bar down at the bottom. Do you see that? Where's our bad guys? Oh. Well, there's your little loot thing for the bandit that is dead. Let's go in here and stir up the bandits. So you can see the little red dots on her bar. See that? Just one up there. It's small, though. It's very small. Hi, guys. Now you can see her health bar now. Let's see. Oh, and you can see the bandit's health bar.
Mercy.
No mercy. And you see the difference in the font there, in the mountain flower. You saw that, right?
This is the end for you.
Now, that little bar at the top, it's small. I mean, everything in it is small. But I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, that's tiny. But overall, I'm liking this HUD, this UI. So I may try it for a while. I wanted to show you some of the different things. Now, if there's anything I've forgotten, maybe we should go back to the cheat room and look at some of the crafting tables. Because I think I showed you the bars there, and of course the weapon. The weapon charge, let's see, can we... I use a mod, as you know, that keeps my weapon from being... It doesn't need a charge, that's the thing. Find another enemy. Alright, tell you what, I will see what I can find and come back to you. Alright, so I came out here to where I hoped. Yeah, I found some more bad guys. And some mountain flowers. Oh, look at this. She's dying. Look at this. Okay. I thought there was a spriggan here. Oh, there you are. Ooh, dead. I'll be back. That was pretty good. Alright, we're back from that death. too bad about that, but you know, you got to see a little more action, and you get to see I like the cleanness of this HUD and the way things only pop up as you really need them. So we may stay with this for a while. I'm going to try it for a while. Let me take us up to the cheat room, and we're going to check out some crafting tables just to see if the interface is very different for those things. Alright, we're here in the cheat room. Let's just try, let's look at this for a minute. Let's go here. Yeah, that's kind of like the weighting. Looks very similar. The workbench, let's see how that's going to work. Okay, pretty much the same, just the font is different. Let's try the tanning rack. Yeah, the font is different, but basically the functionality and the appearance is basically the same except for the font. And the same here. Okay. I'm okay with all that. I'm just going to double check a few things. Yeah, this looks fine. Alright. So you're seeing that. There's not a big change to any of these interfaces. I am using some different mods. I have planned to do some shows, so don't get too worried about all that. Okay, but all this works the same. And let's see, lastly, we'll try the grindstone. Yeah, looks the same. So, not bad. Alright. So as far as this UI goes, I think that covers most everything. It should show you enough so that you can decide if you like this or not. So I'm going to hop out and take a quick look at the mod again. So we've been looking at Untarnished UI, the Devil's Edit. This is about 3.5 megabytes. We said we would say 4. And overall, I like the way it looks. It's very clean and things only appear as needed. Most things are smaller. Now the font, I myself could stand that to be a little bigger. But overall, for everything, I like it. I like the way it looks. I'm going to use this for a little while, so if anybody, wants to ask anything about it, I'll try to answer as best I know. But for a little while, let's just try this out and see how it looks. I may try it in my next playthrough. It's just it's very clean. It's very nice not having your screen cluttered up, so that's very good. I'm going to show you where I have it in my load order here. I'm at the very top of my load order and underneath my quest changes, but before I get into all my graphics stuff, that's where I put it. Now for me, this works fine. If you have other problems or troubles or things that affect your UI, you may need to put this lower. You may need to put it way lower, especially if you're using a different load order. I don't know how other people organize everything all the time. I can't remember everybody else's methods. So for me, this is something I put in up high. But if I had trouble with it, I would not be afraid to move it down towards the bottom and try it out and see what you think, okay? Alright. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will catch you later. So I want to acknowledge these people who donate to the channel, who support the channel. They put their money where their mouth is, and I really do appreciate that. So thank you to these folks, and thank you to everyone for watching and supporting the channel.
This has been an OwwThatSmarts production.
Ooga booga, ooga booga.